Tokyo, crowded subways and cluttered streets, fused with neon chaos. Business-like order and efficiency. Ancient traditions rubbing shoulders with the ultra-modern. 35 million people packed more densely than anywhere else on the planet. You can close your eyes and dream about life in the future, or you can visit Tokyo. Tokyo, the capital of Japan, is the frantic hub for a nation of 126 million. From the outside, this city is a confusing maze of contradictions and surprises. A cultural blender mixing obsessions with the West with ancient traditions of the East to create a city like no other. This megalopolis continues to push the boundaries in every direction. The boundaries of modern technology, of lifestyle, fashion, transport, and good taste. And it takes all types to live here. It's a city energized by its people. And if you know who to talk to, Tokyo will treat you to the ride of your life.
It's fantastic, it's stimulating, it's inspirational, it's fast, it's so fast, it's ever so fast.
120 beats per minute, 24 hours a day. We'll take you inside the hottest night spots. You'll get to shop with someone else's money at the ritziest boutique in Asia. You'll also get a sneak preview of the next big thing in 21st century cell phone technology. We'll reveal the secrets of pachinko, a Japanese obsession that rivals the Las Vegas Strip. Fads, fashion, and fun as only the Japanese know how. Driven by its huge population and frenzied economy, Tokyo is constantly under construction. Few buildings are older than 25 years. The result is a cityscape that can feel like the set of a science fiction film, and that's because it often is. The streets of Tokyo inspired the sci-fi classic Blade Runner, especially the frenetic neon of the Shinjuku area. With their wealth and independence, it's the youth of Tokyo who drive a lot of the economy and create much of the city's color. On the streets of Shibuya, young men and women sit in the economic hot seat with a pair of hot pants. Often living with their parents, with a high income and few financial commitments, they prowl the streets poised to throw their paycheck at the latest fashion fad. Big business is only too happy to comply. One of the biggest impacts they've had on Tokyo's economy is their use of cell phones. In Japan, they're called keitai, which means to carry. Fashion meets function. No one uses cell phones like the Japanese do. And when it comes to new technology, Tokyo leaves the rest of the world behind. Listen to this. There are 65 million cell phones operating in Japan. That's more than half the country. Conducting business and social life in Tokyo is unimaginable without one. For a start, you'd never find your friends. Then there's the internet use. 40 million phones are connected to the net. Everywhere you look in Tokyo, people are staring at their handheld screens, using email, shopping, playing games, getting the news. And here's their secret. The whole success of email and other internet phone functions is driven not by high-powered businessmen, but by teenage girls. Not only can they punch text into a keypad faster than any other human on the planet, their huge usage rate pushed the phone companies to expand services and get the rest of the country online. Most cell phones now double as digital cameras. Don't bother phoning your friend from Disneyland. Send them a photo. In Tokyo, the buzzword in fashion is Harajuku. It's not a designer label, it's a district. The place to see some of the wildest, eye-popping fashion in the world. No rules, no limits, and every Sunday the street becomes a catwalk. Writer-photographer Mayu Kanamori has documented the fashion movement for years. She's an authority on all things Tokyo.
Japan is a conformist country, as you know. So they say. We're supposed to be homogeneous. We're supposed to all dress the same. We all have black hair. We have brown eyes. You know, but the truth of the matter is we are individuals, and we're trying to escape from this at the same time. And it is a way for us to express our individuality, especially on Sundays, because maybe for the rest of the week, we will be dressed as conservative and conformist as any other time.
From Gothic brides to punk puppy dogs, it's a celebration of creativity. The raw materials for these incredible displays are for sale in nearby Takashita Street. It's a raucous, vibrant jumble of fashion and music shops, platforms to double your height, bondage gear, punk paraphernalia, freaky fads. This is one of the global engine rooms of youth fashion. Dress-up decisions made here soon echo through the city streets of the world. Japan is the most densely populated nation on Earth. 500 people cram into every square mile. It's more tightly packed than India, and 10 times more crowded than the United States. In Tokyo, space is everything. It's rare, it's expensive. This is the largest concentration of people in the world. Kayoichi Tezuki is an artist and writer who has been documenting styles of Tokyo living for years.
City apartments like Tokyo, and especially Tokyo, is really high density place, and there are so many small apartments like in so-called studios, like just one room.
Typical of these one-room apartments is the home of Satako, a young journalist. It has one main room with tatami mats on the floor. By day, it's a living area, and by night, the bed rolls out. The size isn't a problem because most of her living is done out in the city.
You don't have to have like a nice dining room, no. Instead, you have your friend's restaurant or a cafe just over there, no. You don't have to have a large place to live comfortably.
Tokyo has one of the lowest crime rates in the world. Low unemployment, tough law enforcement, zero tolerance, and tight gun controls have made a big difference in the way people like Satako live.
It's basically very safe, no? Young girl can walk around at night without any kind of difficulties. Safe means you don't have to pay much for security, no? That means you can live in cheap apartments rather safely. Because if you live in New York in really cheap apartments, you have to pay a lot for your safety. These factors make Tokyo really, unique in a way.
Saving space enters a new dimension in the capsule hotel. These are the world's tiniest rooms for rent. It's not quite a motel for munchkins, nor is it the MGM Grand. These cramped quarters are made for a short stay, mostly used by exhausted businessmen when it's too late and too far to commute home. Inside are all the basic accessories you need: radio, TV, alarm, and a clean, comfortable bed. Once the shutters are down, it's remarkably restful. You can even reserve it for a nap during the day. Next morning, a crumpled worker can pick up a fresh shirt and tie, then rush off for another long day at the office. And the secret here is, these tiny rooms are an option for the budget traveler. They're around $40 a night. A room in a major hotel would be 10 times that amount. But there is a catch. Most of these capsule-style hotels are strictly for men only. If housing Tokyo's millions is one problem, getting them from home to work is another one altogether. It's a problem that has produced a solution of perfect Japanese order, technology, and efficiency: the incredible Tokyo subway system. Each morning, 8 million people commute into central Tokyo. Human sardines pushing the subway network to the limit. But listen to this. Even though these trains are jammed at twice their capacity, they still run almost 100% on time, even during peak hour. It is the world's most complex and efficient system of public transport.
If the train does run late for some reason, this train staff actually gives you a note so you can take it to your boss to prove it that you were late because of the trains. Otherwise, your bosses won't believe you.
And to encourage the use of public transport, companies actually pay for their workers' commuting costs. A train turns up every 90 seconds. Every carriage bursting at the seams. Over 3,000 on board each train. So when is a subway car full? In Tokyo, they will always find room for one more, even if that one needs a little helping hand from the white-gloved platform guard. The end of the line for most commuters is the mind-boggling maze of Shinjuku, the busiest train station in the world. More than 2 million people crowd through here every day, en route to the towering office blocks nearby. In the morning rush hour, there's only one way to be walking at the station entrance. That's out and downtown. Try and swim against this human river, and you'll soon find yourself swept away. With so many people pouring in and out of Tokyo's subway stations and the general mass of humanity on the streets, just meeting a friend becomes a considerable challenge. The place to meet and be seen in Tokyo is outside Shibuya Station.
One of the most hip places in Tokyo is Shibuya. Once we meet in Shibuya, there's many, many cinemas and places, restaurants, nightclubs, fashion houses. Shibuya, and also shoppings. There's a lot of department stores there as well. So Shibuya is one of the places that caters for everybody's taste.
The most popular place to wait for a friend is by this statue of a dog called Hachiko.